What's going on YouTube? DarkWorldMOFO here with round 4 of the YugiohTube tournament, and I am playing Dark World Turbo against Dragon Rulers. Now, I was really happy to be playing against Dragon Rulers because it was, I guess, the first meta deck I played in this tournament, and I wanted to show you guys a good match between Dark Worlds and Dragon Rulers, and I got precisely what I wanted. He's playing a little bit of a weird build with that the normal spell that lets you send a dragon, then another dragon if it's a normal dragon. But anyway, he goes Stardust, sets 3, and my hand's not too bad, you know. It's looking alright. If I can get my Snow playoff, search my Grapha, and use my trade, and that'd be really, really nice, and things might be alright from there. So I get a Ravine out of his hand, and then I search for my Grapha, which is really perfect. Really hoping to draw into a Dark World, which I do, and I normal summon it, and I don't remember what he does to it. Oh, he book of moons it, which is kind of a problem. But I do have the compulse, which is nice. And so he summons Blaster, gets his Redox. You know, he's definitely has the advantage right now. He's up in advantage, and he just has dragons in his grave, etc. And then he MSTs my gates, and I'm like, damn, what do I do now? And he has the Phoenix Wing Blast, and I admit defeat, and we go into game 2. So I side in Fossil Dyna's Max C's. You know, I slow my deck down a ton because I want to be able to control the game. I don't want to have to relying on exploding or OTKing him. I really want to just control the game. And game 2, I open up really, really nice with the trading Grapha and a Goes and Match, which is perfect. Then the dealings into Snows, and it was just a really beautiful opening for Dark Worlds. And I draw into a Dark Hole next, and I'm like, wow, this is getting even better. Make a Levier play, and I start off with the first turn +2, which is amazing. You know, you really can't get any better than that. A 3,000 beater, 1,800, and +2 against your opponent, and you got to go first. But anyway, he MSTs my goes in match, which kind of sucks. And I don't remember what he does next, but he plays the Ravine, and I get rid of my gates. I luckily have my gates in hand, so I'm like, all right, I can get rid of his next turn. But while you guys are watching this, please make sure to give it a like. It only takes 2 seconds, and make sure to check out all the links in the description. My friend Amir works really, really hard on these tournaments, and he's running them very smoothly, and they're a lot of fun to play in. As you guys can see, I've been in a ton of these tournaments, and you guys have seen a ton of matches, and I've won these tournaments before, and they're just a lot of fun, and it feels really, really good when you go undefeated in this tournament and you get your prize. You feel like you did something because you did. It's single elimination, so the more you keep winning, you just feel good because you went undefeated in the tournament. And then anyway, there's not too much I can do since I was under Blader, so I make his Zen mains and pass my turn. And I whittle down his resources by a lot. He only has 3 cards total, excluding his graveyard, but I have his Zen mains, Max C in hand, and a Dark Hole in hand. So I chain the Max C to his Blaster, draw into another Max C, which isn't bad. It'll make me live another turn, which is nice. Attacks over my Levier. Then he plays Ravine. And sets 1, and I think, yeah, he just passes. So right here, I draw into a Fossil Dino, which is really nice. And I Dark Hole, then I play the Dyna. And then end phase, and then right here, I forgot about my Zen Mains effect, and I was like, God damn, dude, that sucks, because he already Wing Blast my Dyna. And I'm like, oh wait, hold on, blah blah blah. And I'm not saying I would have hit the Wing Blast. I definitely would have hit his Ravine. But here I finally remember. I'm like, oh my bad, dude. I'm just gonna hit your back row just so you don't have to be. I don't have to be a dick about it or anything. It was both of our faults that we forgot the Zen Mains effect. But it's all good. I chained the Max C, and he's pretty much going off right here. Pushes for a little bit of damage, synchros into Colossal Fighter, and then I drew into a Compulse, which is really nice. I think I just set the Dyna here and pass. I feel like that's really all I could do. I MST'd his Ravine, obviously, just to kind of get rid of his stuff. He puts his Blaster back in hand and draws to 2 in hand, and he attacks, and he knew it was the Dyna, so he lets that go to the grave, which is fine with me. I have a Max C in hand, so I'm really hoping he does special summon something. which he does. He does the blaster, so I'm just going to max C that, why not? And end phase compulsed it to summon the snow and attack for game. So we're going into game 3 with just a few minutes left in the video, guys, and you will see what happens. So I didn't really change my main deck too much because I felt like I kind of needed some stuff still in my main, especially the Dinos and the Max Cs. So I open alright. The Allure and the Brow's nice to get some draw power in, and he opens with his normal card that just feeds his graveyard. It's like a Ravine for real. Um, so then he does all of this stuff, and I'm like, alright, I'm not in too good of shape. He goes into Star Eater first turn, which I thought was kind of weird. I guess he just didn't want me to beat over any of his stuff, which is fine with me. I mean, I don't really mind. And then right here, I'm thinking I'm in really, really good shape because now I can destroy Star Eater, get my Grapha up. I have double goes in match. So he takes the 3,000. I'm like, alright, guys, I'm going to win this game. And he plays his Ravine over mine. I'm like, that's fine with me. Pitches Blaster for his Ravine and sends a Trigon. Goes into Trigon. He's trying to go Black Rose. And I'm like, hell no, that's definitely not going to happen, dude. So then I goes in, he MSTs, and I have my second goes in to save my life. And so then he does that stuff, you know. And now I'm like, alright, well, I don't really have a way over his blaster, but I did have the Dark Hole, which was nice. But now he's just going to be able to keep kind of beating over my Graphas with his blaster. I do have the Max C, but he can only summon one thing. Then he has 6th Sense, and I'm like, Jesus Christ. And I rolled a 2 again. I rolled a low number, which is awesome. That last match you guys saw, I rolled a 1 or 2, then I rolled a 2. So I got really fortunate on my 6th Sense rolls, even though I think that card should be banned regardless. I don't think that card should be in the game at all. But I'm not going to get into that. So he goes Redox and passes. And I'm like, alright, I'm not going to max you Redox. I'm just going to pass my turn as well. You're still under goes in match. Just don't draw into an out so I can fucking win this game. But, I mean, it's very back and forth. I'm kind of, I don't know, it's pretty. And then right here he goes into Blader. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. I drew into the Compulse again, which is really nice. Compulse is such a good card. I really, really wish this card was at least at 2. I'm a big fan of that card, especially against Dragons. But now I'm under Blader, and it's not looking good, and I have goes in match, so I can't make a Zen mains and kind of just sit. There's not too much I can do at all. And so I summoned the Brow, trying to go into the Grapha, and I forgot that I couldn't, obviously. And so then right here he does this, and I compulse his Blader, so I'm not under Blader again. And then I get ran over by Blaster. So, it's pretty back and forth. If I can draw into a level 8 and then maybe draw into some nice stuff, I have a chance to win this game, but he's just kind of doing too much right now. There's not really too many power plays I can do. Then he has the DD Crow, and I'm like, alright, well, this isn't very good. And I'm pretty much losing in this position. The MST is not going to do anything, so I just set those two as pretty much bluffs and just try to wait it out. But he plays another 7 store, just keeps getting tons of pluses, has the Ravine, I have to MST that, and he still undergoes it, which is nice, but as soon as he has an out to goes in roll like right here, it's definitely GG. But I thought this was a really good match, guys, and I really hope you enjoyed it. Thank you so much for watching. DarkWorldMOFO out. Please make sure to give it a like. That's it, guys. DarkWorldMOFO out. Peace.